Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone in Spiritual Biz Success. How are you guys today? So quick little chat. Wanted to hop in here and welcome. We had like 75 people join the group today. So welcome into Spiritual Biz Success. Feel free to post your questions and things because I'm here to help you, and so is the rest of my team, so we can get you out there changing lives. Now, I'm Kimberly Maska, the founder of Spiritual Biz Bootcamp and publisher of Spiritual Biz Magazine, and I love to help you guys change your lives. So one thing I see that comes up, I want to talk about what resourcefulness means. What does it mean to be resourceful? Because a lot of times people come to me and they say, how do I start my spiritual business? Or what's the one characteristic that I need to have a successful spiritual business? What is that? And one of the key things that you must be, a trait that you must possess, is being resourceful. What does that mean to be resourceful? First of all, if you take the word resourceful and you kind of flip it around, it means that you're full of source. Think about that for a second. You're full of source. We all know that we are full of source. So when we are being resourceful, that means we're tapping into our creative power to be able to create what it is that we desire. And when you're creating a business, you really need to be resourceful. And there's resourcefulness shows up in many different ways. You can be resourceful getting money to be able to create your business. You can be resourceful in figuring out a problem. You can be resourceful in, I don't know, I can come up with a couple different ways, but there's all different ways to become resourceful. And what's amazing is that we have this creative power. We are creative beings, and we are so gifted to be able to create our reality and create what we desire. And so when we want to figure out how do we get somewhere, how do we create something, sometimes we get stuck on our head and all we see is limitations. For example, Spiritual Biz Bootcamp. We all know bootcamp completely changes lives. People do amazing things, and then someone will come along and say, well, how do I get into bootcamp? And they come from a place of limitations. They start coming from a place of I don't have, I can't, I don't know, and how do I create a business with no money? And it doesn't work that way. When we come from a scarcity negative point, we can't create. It doesn't work to be able to create when we're in scarcity. So first thing we have to do is realize that we are full of source. We are absolutely full of sources within us, and we have the power to create. And when we're trying to create something, that's when we have to tap into that source. We have to be resourceful. Hey, Summer, how are you doing? Summer is someone that's been getting incredibly resourceful to get into Spiritual Biz Bootcamp because she knows it will absolutely change her life. So when we're talking about what do we need to do? Where do we need to create? Well, first what we need to do is we have to tap into ourselves, and we have to be able to create that abundance to be able to change our lives. We're coming from a scarcity of I can't, I don't have, I don't know, then it doesn't work. You can't create from that space. So let's get resourceful. How do we do this? You go inwards and you get clear on your desire and you focus on that desire, and it's amazing how things will just pop into your life. So many people who've joined boot camp suddenly find money. In fact, one of our boot campers today was hilarious. He's been in boot camp for a little while, and he went the distance and got resourceful and paid in full, got into boot camp, and then today he discovered $4,000 that he didn't know he had in a 401k account. He was like, didn't even know that was there. And that happens all the time when people come into boot camp. They get resourceful to get in, then money just pops in. In fact, there was an interview in here not that long ago from Andrea, and she put her deposit down for Spiritual Biz Boot Camp, and then all of a sudden that money showed up through another means. So that's part of getting resourceful. When we get really focused on our desires, the universe delivers. It starts to come and bring things to us, but we have to have faith that that's going to happen. We can't be looking for it, wondering where is it, what's going on. It's having that faith that the universe is bringing everything that we need. I always say that infinite intelligence is organizing everything I desire. And that's one of my mantras, because it is. That's what's happening. When we are resourceful and we're tapped into source, infinite intelligence brings everything we desire. And the hard part to remember is that if we're thinking about it, the universe still thinks we desire it, and so it'll still bring us what we're thinking about, even if it's not exactly what we want. So we have to remember that. So being resourceful is about really being focused on our desires. What is it that we want, and holding space for that and allowing the universe to deliver. We have to be open to receiving that resourcefulness. When we're tapped in, if we aren't open to receiving and we miss the signs, or we get so stubborn and locked into the way it is, then we're not creating, and it could appear right in front of us and we'll completely miss it. So being resourceful is being, again, full of source, tapping into source, knowing that when you are in complete alignment, things that you desire just appear. Use my mantra that infinite intelligence is delivering everything that I desire, and it's organizing everything for me that I need. It's a beautiful space to come from. So when you're coming at it, say a lot of people want to figure out, how do I get into Spiritual Biz Bootcamp? How do I figure this out? Tap into your resourcefulness. You are all creative and incredibly powerful beings. Use your creative power to create the reality that you desire, so that you can create the business that will change your life and change lives all over the planet. It's an amazing process to do it. Hi, Kate. And oh, Think and Grow Rich. That's one of my most favorite ones. Actually, if when anyone, I have a team, so I have a team right now, and when someone joins my team, they actually get a copy of Napoleon Hill's Law of Success, because the Laws of Success are really, that's an amazing book, as well as Conversation with the Devil, which is really awesome. So hello, I think it's Emlyn, I'll say that right. But yes, follow that, like, just tap into your creative power. That's what resourcefulness is. If you're coming from a place of lack, it's not going to get you anywhere. It serves nobody. So get ready to create the business of your dreams. Figure out how you're going to get resourceful. What are you going to create? How are you going to manifest the desire that you have to have an amazing spiritual business? How are you going to manifest the desire that you have to get into Spiritual Biz Bootcamp so that you can create it as fast as possible and change lives and change your life? Because my people that come through bootcamp, literally, I've changed their lives, and it's pretty amazing. So start to think about how you're going to get ready. So, hello, Danielle. Yes, that's this source energy. That is being resourceful. So look at your desires. What is it that you want? Tap into source. Be full of source, which is resourceful, to create the desires. And any of you that have been on a call with us, if you're coming from a place of scarcity, we don't actually even let you into boot camp, because you have to be coming from a place of abundance and a place of, this is going to happen because I desire it and I know the universe will support me. And if you don't come at it from that attitude, we will actually not even offer the program to people, just because we have to make sure that you're ready and that you get it. And hey, there's Daniel. Yes, Daniel. Daniel's actually the one that found some money. I was talking about you earlier, Daniel, about how getting resourceful, when people create their desires and they get into boot camp and they invest, that suddenly money just appears for them. And he was one of those lucky people. Call it luck. We'll call it his ability to manifest. So yeah, so guys, so you have to come from a place of abundance. You have to know that you're able to create, that you can create your own reality, and that when you're coming in, and if you want to know about bootcamp and what's going on, you have to come from this place of, I know I must do this, and I know that the universe will deliver, and I know that the universe will change my life, because that's what it does. But if you're coming at it from a, I'm not sure, I don't know, it's very funny. People will come in, and a lot of you, like I said, if you've spoken with us, this is an interesting thing. People will come and say, how much is it? And my other half, Daniel, loves to kind of flip that around and say, it's not how much is it, because that's coming from a place of scarcity. That's coming from a place of lack. How much is that going to cost me? Oh no, that's going to cost me. It's not, you're missing the whole point. He likes to flip around and it says, like, it's not how much do I have to pay, it's how much do I get to pay? How much do I get to pay to change my life? This is an investment in you and your business, in changing your life in a way you cannot even imagine. Because bootcamp not only changes people's businesses, but it changes them personally as well. It's like this amazing growth that you go through when you come through bootcamp. So it's not about, well, how much do I have to pay? If you hear that, scarcity, and we all do that, ooh, how much does that cost? That's coming from a place of complete scarcity. And when people come into things with scarcity, it makes it really tough to help you create abundance. So we shift your perspective. It's not how much do I have to pay. It's like, really, how much do I get to pay to invest in myself to create a business that delivers $120,000 a year to me, which is almost $500,000 in 4 years. That's pretty impressive. That's really impressive when you think of those numbers. So, you know, it's not how much do I have to pay. It's how much do you get to pay to invest in you to change your life. That's an amazing shift. And you should be looking at things in your life like that. Whether, you know, if it's something that doesn't enhance you, then it's like, all right, then how much do I have to pay? But if it's going to change your life, it's how much do I get to invest in me to change my life? That's an amazing perspective shift. And when you say it, you can feel the difference. You're now coming from a place of abundance. You're coming from a place of faith in the universe, of what's going to be created, because you're investing in you. So that's like the big shift that everyone needs to make to be able to create abundance. Everyone says, how do I create abundance? Well, you know how you do it is you get resourceful. You become full of source and you create the desires that you have. If you're coming at it like, how do I make money? I don't know. How much do things cost me? How much? I don't know if I can afford that. I don't know if I have that. Like, those are terrible places to come from. That's such a low vibration. You guys are way more powerful than that. I give you so much more credit than that. Like, there's no way when someone says, I don't have, I'm like, I actually don't believe you. Because I know you are full of source, which means I know you are resourceful. So when you shift your perspective on things, everything else will change, and your vibration about money and investing in you will also change. It's a really big shift. So yes, Daniel, yes, Spiritual Biz Bootcamp has had a huge impact on his life. So thank you, Daniel. I'm so happy I could help you. And so when you guys are ready to create abundance and do what you love, when you are sick and tired of being stuck where you are. Oh, and there's Karen. So that's right, Karen. Yeah, you've made your investment back, and she's not even graduated yet. Karen's been amazing. We missed you on our boot camp call this morning, Karen. But but it is an amazing process, guys. So when you are ready to invest in you, when you're ready to create the life of your dreams, when you're sick and tired of coming from a place of scarcity, and you want to create the abundance doing what you love, and you're done with all the other nonsense, you're done being in a job that you can't stand, you're done living paycheck to paycheck, and you are ready to create that abundance, then reach out to us. But make sure that you are full of source when you do, that you are resourceful, because you have to come from a place of high vibration, of creativity and faith in the universe of what you're going to create to be able to create the six-figure business. Because without that, if you're coming from a place of lack, I can show you all the marketing in the world, and you actually won't make money from it if you come at it from a place of scarcity. So we don't actually, like I said, if someone comes in and they're very scarce and they're on the phone with us, we will actually tell them no, they're not ready, because you have to be ready to create abundance. You cannot just say, I'm going to go take a marketing class and figure it out. That's not how this works. You have to be ready to create abundance. You have to be in vibrational alignment, which is what we do in boot camp, is get you into a vibrational alignment to be able to create abundance. It's so much more than just marketing. So if you want to get on the phone with us, make sure you come resourceful. You are full of source. You can create, and you're ready to get to ask, how much do I get to invest in myself to change my life and create the life of my dreams? And when you're ready to do that, reach out. There's going to be a link above this video that will take you to my training. And from there, if you think you are a fit, you can book a call with us, and we can change your life too. So until next time, I will see you guys. I'll see you back in here on Monday. Have a beautiful and safe weekend, and have a beautiful day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.